the show, everyone. I am here with Miss Tia, and she is a massage therapist in Atlanta, Georgia. So, Tia, tell the audience the name of your business and what do you do?
Well, the name of my company is The Imagery Artistry, Tia for short, and I am Tia.
Hey,
I've been a massage therapist for about 17 years. It'll be 18 this September.
wow.
Yeah, yeah, I've been doing this for quite some time now. So I love what I do for a living, you know?
Yeah, that's important. Do what you love, people. And
Exactly.
if stop doing it if you don't love
I'm saying if you don't
it.
love your job, I hate to say it, but quit.
Quit.
I don't want anyone to not have a job and not pay your bills, but find something you're passionate about that you love to wake up to every morning.
That's awesome. Now, she gave me a massage. And let me tell you, I was off tense because I drove down to Atlanta and moving stuff. And boy, let me tell you, I felt like a new person later. And what I like about Tia, I've had a lot of massages in my life, but what I like about Tia is she explained the benefits of everything she was doing. So you remember the massage you did for me, and you were telling me how it gets the blood flowing and the medical benefits. Can you share that with the audience? Because I think people really need to know it's a lot to the massage.
There are so many different layers to massage therapy.
Okay.
Okay. I know a lot of people grew up thinking massages are pampering and you have a big old fan and some bonbons sitting next to you. But honestly, massage therapy is the same for your body as an oil change is to your car, as putting gas in your car. You have to put gas, you have to change the filter, you have to do all these little things to keep your engine running smoothly so that your car can function properly, okay? But if you put gas in your car but you don't change the tires, what's going to happen? If you put oil in your car but you don't change the air filter, eventually
You're gonna break down.
you're
There's
going
no
to
go.
break down. So your body works the same way. If you don't, as I say, change the oil, which is massage therapy, it breaks up the lactic acid in your body. It gets rid of all the pollutants that kind of store up in your body after a period of time, whether it be air, coffee, a beer that you had last month, a cold that you've had. You can have congestion that's still in your lungs, and massage therapy is going to break all that congestion up so that you can otherwise get it out of your body.
And see that's where I was when I got the massage from you. I was
Mm-hmm.
all congested, my allergies were on fire, and I just
Mm-hmm.
got to Atlanta. And the next day, I kid you not, I feel like a new person because I was so congested, and she just moved that stuff right on through.
Yep, it's kind of like breaking it up and moving it out. Water is really important when it comes to massage therapy. That way, your body can be hydrated. The way that I explain it is like spaghetti noodles. All right. When you put enough water in your spaghetti noodles and you boil it, boil the water, put the noodles in there, what happens? You have these fluffy, bouncy, yummy looking spaghetti noodles, right? But if you don't, you either get brittle noodles or they stick together or they're real chewy.
Chewy, yucky.
Exactly. They're not very appetizing. So your muscles pretty much work the same way. With enough water, with enough hydration, you have bouncy, happy muscles, tendons, ligaments, and connective tissue.
That's great. And especially if you do physical work or you're
Mhm.
on the move, and it just makes you feel good. You got to treat yourself.
You really do. You have to take care of yourself. And especially the older we get, the less most people stretch. That's the other thing I found is that the older we get, it's like people stretch up in the air, they touch their toes, you might go side to side, and then they say, okay, that's it. All right. But no, stretching is supposed to be an actual full motion, a routine that you do every day.
Okay.
All right. So that way, when you're typing like this all day, it seems simple, but your muscles are typing. When do you ever stretch your fingers in the opposite direction? So you want to know what happens after decades of being on the planet? Your muscles start getting tight. All of a sudden, you have knots and pulling in your fingers, and then it goes into your wrists. Then all of a sudden your forearms are tight and your elbows start pulling, and you just can't move properly anymore. You start feeling like the Tin Man, like put a little oil me
Right.
up, because you get stiff. So.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. And one of the other things you talked about is the ligaments
Mhm.
when you were doing my massage. Can you share with the audience what you told me,
Well,
or
the
just some of it?
technique the technique that I've developed, it's different because I don't just focus on muscles. Don't get me wrong, the biceps are important, the hamstrings hurt, but the compartments that keep those muscles in place are what I concentrate on. All right, because it's like the tendons, the ligaments, what's pulling on most people are the connective tissue that's tightening because you're constantly moving, you're constantly working. So these areas get tighter and tighter. So my technique specifically focuses on stretching out those bands, those ligaments, those tendons, so that way the muscle has the ability to relax. The myofascia that gets all twisted. So, for instance, your arms turn all day long, right?
Yep.
You're always doing something over your shoulder, behind, everything. So, the ability for your arm to keep spinning around and around, if you can picture a swing,
Hmm.
on a playground,
Yeah.
and kids always take the
Twisted
swing
it.
and twist it and twist it and twist it and twist it and gets higher, 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 higher. And what do we do at the end? Let it go and
Go
it
and spin around.
all the way back down. Our muscles in our arms, same way. We're constantly doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. Well, decades later, your myofascia is twisted. It's
Mm.
all twisted and tight. So, what do you need to do? You need to untwist it. And massage therapy can help unwind your muscles, can help untwist those ligaments. I know a lot of therapists don't know how to do it. That's what makes me special. And yes, I do take challenges. If you feel like you've been hurting and you can't find anybody to help you, you've been to doctors, you've had muscle relaxers, they're talking about doing surgery for your carpal tunnel syndrome and your tendonitis and your plantar fasciitis. It just gets worse and worse and worse, and nobody can help you unless you take a pill. Please look me up. If you're in Atlanta, come by. This technique is doing wonders. I promise you that. So that is what I focus on, is the fact that surgical patients, whether it be back surgery, knee surgery, it's constantly bringing an ailment, a debility, basically, for being able to move your body. And it's not about something being broken. It's not necessarily about needing surgery. It's just your muscles need therapy. And that's what massage therapists are. We are muscle therapists. So find one today, because I promise you, growing old gracefully is for the birds. Don't do it. Kicking and screaming all the way, please. I'm telling you, massage therapy, chiropractor, get in the gym, eating healthy. It is a full wellness circle that makes it so that you grow older, happy, and you can still get around and function the way that you've always known yourself to be able to do.
And I love the way you explain all the benefits about massage therapy.
Mm.
What is your favorite technique? The one you
Honestly,
created?
I do actually really like the
Therapy.
one that I created. I really do. But as far as what I specialized in to get where I am today, it would be neuromuscular. Trigger point therapy has always been huge for me. That's actually what got me into massage therapy in the first place, which was a therapist, a professor actually, told me to get on his table in the middle of class. I was on a massage therapy tour. I was literally on crutches, and a massage therapist was helping me learn how to walk again.
Wow.
Exactly. I used to work for, well, I'm not going to say the company I used to work for, but they had fabulous insurance.
Hmm.
So my leg was broken, and
Oh.
they had a massage therapist and a physical therapist in one come to my home every day to help me
Mm.
learn how to walk. And it was amazing because and I was 20 something years old, and I told my brain, make my leg move, and it didn't do it. So,
Wow.
exactly, it's a very scary situation to find yourself in, is, not knowing if you'll walk again.
Yeah.
So,
That's deep.
yeah, so the lady, she told me so much about it that I was intrigued. So I went to, it was at the time Career Education Institute, otherwise known as CEI, but Lincoln College bought them out at
Mhm.
some point, and while I was already attending. So that's where I graduated from. But the gentleman, he told me get on the table. So I did. I was like, I've never had a massage before. He's like, yeah, you'll be all right. It's like, okay. So I get on the table, and he did trigger point therapy on my back, and I cried. It hurt so much. I was like, oh my God. And he was like, it's okay. Let it out. It's all right. You'll be okay. And I went through it. And when I got up, it felt amazing. It was the first time. I've had scoliosis since I was born, and
Okay.
doctors have always wanted to do surgery on me. However, I've always been afraid of someone cutting into my spine. So,
Yeah.
told me to get on the table. And when I got off, he said, you don't have a bad back. You don't have bad bones. You just have tight glute muscles. I said, tight what? Tight who?
Like what?
What are glute muscles? So that was the first time I heard of gluteals,
Hmm.
my deep six, as it were. And as I said, he did trigger point therapy on me. And when I got up, I really felt like it was a whole new body. I was all the way amazed at how good I felt. So I signed up for school. Right
Isn't
then
that
and there,
something?
I don't know, somehow I knew massage therapy was where I was supposed to be. And ever since then, I've just been more and more intrigued with being able to help people like me, honestly. He gave me a gift. As I said, it was the first time that I'd ever not had back pain. And it's not that it went away, it's
Hmm.
not that he fixed it, it's that he helped me understand what the trigger is, help me understand how my body works.
Okay. Because
Okay.
that's important. A lot of people don't know.
Right. We know we
They
have
just
two
figure you're supposed to
arms.
suffer. Like, okay, I'm getting old, or as you turn like 25 or so. We won't say how old we are. It's like, okay, that's what happens when you get older. But I think you don't have to be stuck in pain. You don't have to take a lot of pain medication and all
Mhm.
that stuff that creates other issues.
Yeah, because those pain medicines have side effects. Okay, so if you're taking it to help get rid of one thing, but it's causing some other type of ailment, how is that better for the other? I'm not saying that.
I respect my
I
doctors. Don't get me
respect
wrong.
100%. So you have to, as the doctors say, balance. You have to balance the consequences versus what the benefits are. And for a lot of ailments, medication is necessary. But
Yes.
for muscular ailments, there's a lot that massage therapy can do before the muscle relaxer, before the knife cuts your tendon in half, before this and before that. There's things that massage therapy can do, but because massage therapy has had that stigma for so long, we all know the funny one. I'm going to say it,
Yep.
okay? But then also the pampering, that's the only reason why people think that people get massages, and it's not true. Massage therapy, again, can help improve your circulation, get rid of muscle stiffness. It can help improve your flexibility, your quality of sleep. It decreases inflammation. If you have seizures or epilepsy, it can help control those conditions, okay?
Yeah.
And that's just the beginning of the things that massage therapy can do. The technique that I have can even help get rid of the pain that people feel in their backs. I've literally had people get on my table and they can't turn their neck more than that. And then when they get up, their neck is spinning around.
Hey.
Okay. So, I understand that you have to otherwise determine for yourself what your ailments are, what your medical condition is. Definitely always talk it over with the doctor. But before you jump into a knife and medication, see if there are a couple of steps before that.
Check your options, people. Just don't jump into something.
Yeah, that's why they say get a second opinion. It's not that you don't respect the opinion of the first person, it's just, is there another way? Is there an easier option? Something with less recovery time,
Yes.
And massage therapy, it doesn't happen overnight. I tell my clients all the time. It didn't happen overnight, can't fix it overnight. But baby steps, and before you know it, you'll turn around and you've gone a whole mile, you
Wow.
know?
Well, thank you so much, Miss Tia. And
Absolutely.
I'll
Thank you
be
for having
scheduling my
me.
appointment soon. And people, go out and get your massage. Even if you're not, if you are in the Atlanta area and you're coming to the Atlanta area, check out Miss Tia. We'll have her information at the end of the show where you can make your appointment when you come to town. Okay?
Absolutely.
We appreciate your time. And it's such a relaxing, beautiful setting. And check her out. Treat yourself to self help. Can't have wealth without health. All right. Thank you for joining the show, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.